everybody, welcome back to the SeeSaw. Oh, it's a bit windy out there today, so excuse the combination of lockdown and windswept look. I've just got back from Tesco shop. I went to Tesco's today because I needed a few things that I knew I wouldn't find at Aldi. Hadn't been to Tesco's for a few weeks. Aldi is so organised and I've not felt at risk in there at all since this has all been going on. Tesco is a completely different ball game. It's like they've got more signage and arrows and markings, but people just ignore it. They just go wherever they want. So it's supposed to be one way around the store, although it doesn't make sense because when you first walk into the store and you walk down to the back of the store, then the first aisle you can't come up. It's the second aisle for coming up. So you have to miss an aisle and then go back round on yourself. So I do understand it's frustrating. It doesn't make any sense how it's laid out. But on the other hand, it's and I think the reason it's done because the number of aisles, if it didn't do that, then when you got down to the other end, you'd be stuck down at the back of the store and have to come back up one of the aisles. So I don't know. But the other end is the alcohol aisle, and so not so many people are down there. Whereas the front aisle that you end up having to skip and come back on is milk and yogurt and stuff like that. So something that most people are going for. So anyway, I don't know. I don't understand the layout of stores at the best of times, and certainly not at the moment. But people just ignore it. They just go wherever they want. People wandering around, reaching across you. There was a guy walking a little bit ahead of me through the store, and several times he coughed quite a bit and didn't even cover his mouth with anything. So yeah, I'm back to Aldi next week, I think, almost definitely, because that seems to work for me. So yeah, I've been to Tesco's. I did spend a bit more. I spent £92 today, but I did get a decent amount for that. Stocked up on a few things, a few extra things for Caleb. This would have been half-term week coming up now, so a few more treaty sort of bits for him. I'm just trying. He's not going to do any schoolwork other than some reading and perhaps a bit of art or something during the coming week. So be more like being on holiday for him. So I'm still working every day from home. Probably the following week I may go back into the office. We are starting to have some people back in next week into the factory, and I sort of want to see how that goes before I go over there. I do have quite a drive to work, so it's not like just on the doorstep. So I think I'm just going to see how the first week of people back in goes before I head over. But yeah, spent £92. I'll turn you around, I'll show you what we picked up, and then as always I'll show you our meal plan for the week ahead at the end of the video. So that is the big sweep of everything that I got. As you can see, quite a bit today. £92, which was okay for a Tesco shop. The only thing not on here that I did get is, well, two things actually. I got a new toilet brush for our master bathroom. And that was £5, I think. And then I got a big bag of the birdseed, which I've already put into the utility room, and that was £3. So there's £8 there that's not on this pile. Non-food items, some of Licky's favourite nibble sticks, treaty sticks. You just clip these to the side of the cage and he likes to nibble on those. I've got some Germaline. I think something happened last week. I can't remember what it was, and I thought, oh, I need a little bit of antiseptic cream, and we didn't have any. We are a strange household in that we just don't use pharmacy products really at all. I always have some ibuprofen in because I like to use that if I have a headache or if I'm just not feeling great, stomach pains, that sort of thing, cramps, that sort of thing. But other than that, we really don't get through, and we end up throwing plasters away because they go out of date. I can't remember the last time any of us had a plaster on anything. So I do have a pretty good first aid kit in my car, and therefore I always think if I have to use something, I could probably find it in the car. So I've got a little tub of Germaline just as we're going into the summer months. We'll be outside more. Not a bad thing to have on stock. I got a couple of tubes of toothpaste. Soap this week, hand soap. They didn't have a lot of hand soap, and the ones they had were strange because this looks more like shower cream, but it is hand soap. And then this one is one that you just put the pump part over from a different bottle just to kind of reuse the pump. So we'll see how that works, but again, we're down to one bottle in the cupboard, so it just gives us some backup, if you like. Drinks, I got Caleb some orange zero and some of the pink lemonade, sugar-free. So we've had the big bottles the last couple of weeks, and he's quite enjoyed having a fizzy drink with his dinner in the evening. We don't let him have it during the day. But the big bottles, they sort of go flat, and then you get to the bottom and nobody wants to drink it. So I thought if I got the cans, if he doesn't drink a whole can, that's fine. We can pour some out and give to him, and then one of us will drink the rest. Mini naan breads. The boys are going to have pizza one day this week as a treat, and I'm going to make myself a mini naan bread pizza just so that I can have the same sort of thing, lots of veggies on it. Don't feel completely left out of the pizza party, but don't have to indulge in a big sticky gooey pizza. Some of the normal 50-50 loaf, and then I've got some of the crustless wholemeal King's meal, Rice Krispie squares, giant straws, some of the brioche bars with the chocolate filling rather than the chocolate chip ones. I got some of the Capri Sun, the tropical ones, for something a bit different for Caleb's lunchtime drinks. Some Alpenlight bars, a big bottle of orange, lemon and pineapple squash. These were new. They're Doritos versions of Pringles, really, Dorito stacks. Now, Caleb does like Doritos, so I thought those would be a nice treat. We've still got plenty of crisps from that giant bag we bought last week in the cupboard, so this will just be something he can have a few of. Some light mayonnaise, and then they have these in the bakery section, which are the classic mini ring donuts with sugar on. Again, a little treat for Caleb. He does like a donut now and again. Haven't had any for ages, and I just thought he could have like a couple of those, perhaps with his lunch or something like that. Smarty buttons, some of the Cosmic Whips, which are the Tesco version of Milky Way bars, and some of the Nutty Nugget caramels, so like Snickers, some Pink and Whites, the biscuit tin, shortbread fingers, Oreos and ginger nuts, a bag of long grain rice, actual normal long grain rice, back on the shelves at last. I used the cheap one and it was really difficult to get it right. It was sticky and not particularly nice, so I'm glad to see this back. I got some Hippies, which are the Pea Puffs, just for a little snack for me, sweet and smoky. They're quite low calorie and they have protein obviously from the chickpeas. Some baked beans, some applesauce, some pickled beetroot, a little tin of sweet corn, some gravy powder, this Pizza Express fat-free chili and garlic dressing. I've seen a few people use that and it looks really tasty and certainly right up my street, so I've got that to try. Some pickled onions, tomato puree, a roasted vegetable flavour couscous, a big box of Bran Flakes, 2 packages of the straight to wok medium noodles. I just prefer them that way, so you don't have to mess around cooking the noodles separately. Sweet and sour stir fry sauce, so 2 little packs of that. Moving on to the fridge, 2 Muller Light yogurts, a banana custard one and a vanilla chocolate one. I do also have some lemon yogurt still left in the fridge. 2 of these for Caleb. He still has some tube yogurts, but these he quite likes, the strawberry shortcake Muller Corners, so I got 2 of those for him. Some quark, a little pot of egg mayonnaise, again something different for Caleb to have for lunch 1 or 2 days. Some cocktail sausages and 2 packs, these were on offer 80p, the fridge raiders, which are the little chicken bites. So I got the barbecue ones and the roasted ones. Haven't had this for years and I absolutely used to love this when I was younger. Liver sausage, and I saw it on, they've got a whole section at Tesco at the moment of what would normally be their deli meat, so obviously the deli counters are closed, but they're still slicing it off and packaging it up. And it was only 70p, and I just thought I really fancied some, so that's for me. And then honey roast ham slices, 2 little lunchable packs, a cheese and crackers with Oreos and a ham and cheese one, a big box of the innocent smoothies, a carton of apple juice, 2 more of the freezer meals just to have on hand for Caleb, a spag bol and a mac and cheese. Some pizza pockets, he had those, I had an offer on those and we tried them and he really enjoyed them, so he asked me if I would get some more. Mini corn on the cobs, some frozen carrots and frozen broccoli just to stock up on the frozen veg. 2 packs of these salmon fish cakes, we really all like those, we all like salmon. A pork loin joint for lunch tomorrow. So these little joints of basted joint of pork is ideal size for the 3 of us, and they really are quite nice. If I can see, if you can see on the side there, the pork itself is quite nice, and as it's just the 3 of us, they're quite good size. Otherwise the pork loin joints are quite big pieces and you have to cut them down into smaller joints, which I don't mind doing, but I was quite happy to see that. Oh, I don't think I mentioned the mixed fruits, the berries. Those are just for me. Chicken breaded steaks for one day this week. The bacon medallions, unsmoked bacon medallions. I've got some of the beef medallion steaks. We've used up our muscle food steaks, so we will get some more of those in. But for this week, Caleb and I will have these. And then I've got the maple barbecue pork loin steaks. Caleb might choose to have one of those, in which case I'll keep the other steak to have with a salad or something like that. Some Maris Piper potatoes, some baby leaf spinach, romaine hearts and little gem lettuce. Some curly parsley for our favourite piggy, baby potatoes, a cucumber, a pack of 3 peppers, some baby plum tomatoes and some baby corn, a bag of curly kale, a large sweet and crunchy stir fry, and then some strawberries, some nectarines and some plums. So looking at our meal plan for the week ahead, tonight we're going to have the fish cakes with chips, broccoli and peas. Tomorrow we'll have a roast dinner. Monday, Mayflower chicken curry with rice, and I'll probably do some chips, some active fried chips on the side as well. Caleb probably won't want that, so he'll have one of his ready meals on that night. Steak and salad with corn on the cob and jacket potatoes on Tuesday. Wednesday I wasn't sure what I was going to do, but I think we will have those breaded chicken steaks on Wednesday. Thursday will be the pizza night with, I'll make some chips and some salad to go with it. Friday we'll have chicken stir fry with noodles. So that's our plan for the week ahead. Thank you for joining us for this grocery haul, and we hope you are all keeping well and look forward to seeing you back here on the SeeSaw soon.